Yo, conscious free thinking souls. Today I'll be teaching you how water sits level on a flat plane. I'll be teaching a lot of knowledge like Wu Wei, Yin and Yang, Flat Earth, Giants, Tartaria, psychology, and science tests you can really put to the test, and art and maybe skate lessons too, and yeah, a whole bunch of knowledge on my channel I'll start doing, and yeah, get out to you guys. I've got some cool knowledge for you to get to know. So yeah, water always finds its level. It's always finding its level, and then once it stops finding its level, yeah, it's level. So we got water sitting level in its container. Water always takes the shape of its container. Whatever the shape, water will always take the shape of it. So like, we look at the ball earth and we're saying, how can water stick to that? Because you don't ever see water sticking to a ball. It just falls off, right? It just comes spinning off, or it just comes off. It's not the natural laws of what we see in nature. What we see in nature is we see puddles, we see ponds, we see lakes, and then we see oceans, and they all have the same thing in common. Because it's if the bucket of water's level, or if the bathtub's level, then the lake's level, and then you just go into bigger bodies of water. It's all the same. But we're looking at the macrocosm and the microcosm, or microcosm, macrocosm. It's the same thing. Like, yeah, you look at anything in nature and you look at it in that way, and it's the same thing. So like, the governments of this system, the United Nations, all signed a treaty to stop us going to the South Pole, and they all signed that. And you know, your average person, they can't go to the South Pole on just a whim and just go, yeah, let's go to the South Pole, and you get stopped, you get turned around. It's crazy, man. And yeah, like Charles Anderhoy, and Bird, something, might come to me later, but the one guy, Bird, something Bird, but yeah, he flew to the South Pole, and he found out as well that the firmament, and yeah, that was one of his crazy expeditions. Yeah, so if we look at like that's just how water acts, like as we can see it. Like even the oldest tribes, like the oldest indigenous tribes knew like they looked to nature, and that's how they interpreted their own universe, the unified verse. So the universe is the unified verse. It's the unified, like mycelium. It's all unified. It's all connected. That's how they look at it. You know, it's all connected. Thought I'd make a video today. I was procrastinating. I was like thinking, oh man, don't really know what to say, like into the right words, but just gonna get it off. Just gonna free flow it, you know. Like, I know for all the free thinking minds out there, they're not gonna be nitpicking at really what I'm saying. They're gonna be inspired. Inspired. That's a good one. For your, like, your chakras, you're inspired for what I'm saying, because I'm not saying what the mainstream media is saying. So what we got the toxic mainstream media, yeah, this green ucky stuff, yeah. This is what the Babylon, the circuit board system is pushing. It's pushing this mainstream media. Everyone's feeding from this. Everyone's the media, the newspapers, everything you see, man, it's all propaganda. And it's been happening since the ages, since the age of time. I guess it's a long time, and you can see everything's corrupt around you, but there's just elements and there's like remnants of the old world, and we'll have like streams over here, but they'll be like, you know, they'll be kind of locked off to the public. And this is the mainstream, because this will be locked off. They won't allow us. They only allow us in here. It's really crazy, because you can even try and search for flat Earth, and you won't get. You only get like people making fun of it, and you won't get the people like Eric Dubay, ODDTV, D Murphy 25, Mind Unveiled. None of them come up. You really have to dig deep. And what you also have to dig deep into is finding the videos of NASA actually going to the moon, like, you know, like they even went, bruv. Like, nah, man. Like, it's all a hoax, a big hoax to keep us enslaved in our minds. See, the ball is enslavement. It's enslavement. I'll show you. Yeah, once I get on a roll, man, it's a lot easier to talk. And this is hitting the video first time, but yeah, want to create a little community with you guys. And I know people are gonna hate on me, but it's what you know. It's what the mainstream media has fed us, fed everyone their whole lives. That, you know, we live on a spinning, wobbling, crazy ball flying through space. But once you really look into it, nothing what they're saying makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So the ball, it's imprisonment. See, like, draw a little couple, like, no, this is meant to be Earth, right? Okay. And right, so you get told as soon as you get into school or any type of education that the Earth's a spinning, wobbling ball, and that straight away is enslaving your mind, because they're already saying, oh yeah, we've already discovered everything, and you can't go anywhere, so guess it's just up to you to have a good life, type of thing, like, bruv. And they're also putting the Big Bang Theory onto you, saying, you know, like, you're just created out of nothing, like everything's meaningless, boom, and you just hear just for fucking what, like, meaningless. It's not. It's really not. You're here for a purpose, and you're here for a big reason. I'm talking to you, the awakened soul that's hearing me right now, that's listening to me, and feeling me. You know, you're the Neo. You're the Neo in this matrix. You're the one. You're the one that everyone around you hates you, but you know this knowledge. You know, whatever it is, you know, or whether it's chemtrails or the poisoning of the food, you know, like the pesticides in the foods, or like RBD oils and all, you know, like all these things, like there's a lot, but whatever you know, you can grow from that, and you're the Neo in this. It's yours. It's yours to fight. You can't take off the shades once they're on. But yeah. Oh yeah. So also, I'll be doing a test later. So a real test where we'll be going upstairs and we'll test for if water's really level. Yeah. So it's gonna be one of them. So we'll do a little bit of talking and a little bit of I got a load of stuff written down here. So yeah, you're in for a treat tonight, guys. It's gonna be good because yeah. So yeah, a little bit of talking about it, and then we'll go upstairs and do the test. Yeah, so that's going to be a level on 2 floats, and yeah, we're going to check the level. It's yeah, remember macrocosm and microcosm and macrocosm. Yeah, connected, right? So I'm going to do this earth a bit bigger, but oh yeah, actually, let's put these side by side. So put these side by side. Bosh. There we go, bruv. It's just like yin yang as well, like we got a flat earth being just like yin yang. It's a really sacred symbol, the yin yang symbol. And a lot of people, you know, they're looking at the yin yang symbol, they don't really think it's that much. They just kind of disregard it in their head. But that is the conditioning we've been put into. It only takes one human, one enlightened human. So we're saying human. I'm a man with hue. Maybe more hue than others, but a man with hue and manning. Every day, all the time I'm living, I'm hue and manning, just like animals and the herbivores, and yeah, I'm the light spectrum, and I'm manning the light spectrum through what I do. Hue and manning. Yeah, I'll put that at the bottom actually, but yeah, hue and manning. We're working off the light spectrum every day. You know, we're not eating stuff that's dead. We're feeding ourselves with conscious stuff all the time because we're alive, we're living. Can't listen to the news. It's not news. It's lies. So we'll put hue and manning down here. Hugh Manning. One more. Alright. Manning. So I'm manning all this hue. We'll draw this in. There we go. Bosh. So like, it's just the same with flat Earth. We've got the sun here, and we got the moon here, but they are the opposites. Yeah, so they're the opposites, and when they come around, they're walking with the same time as the clock. You know, because we're not seeing them spin around really fast. Like, you know, they're saying the Earth's spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. We're spinning round other bodies at all these thousands and thousands of miles per hour. And but the constellations have always stayed the same. And you know, they're still. they're fixed stars. You know, they're always, we see them every year, the same. Every year, just coming around again. So draw like a firmament with the sun and the moon in. There we go. Also, if you place a torch, we could do, I'll do another. That'll be one of my tests I can do in a later video, where I get a torch and I'll run it around, and you'll see it has like a, it will shine just like over here, just like over here. It'll shine, and it'll only have a certain distance where it will shine to, and then the rest will be black, like where the moon is. And this is also in the Bible, but I don't really like to reference the Bible too much, because I know as soon as I say Bible, everyone's like, oof, like, no, it's all like, I keep it to this knowledge, and then I will reference the Bible because it's in there, and that's crazy. Like, yeah, so here we got the South Pole, and I'm looking at it from a side angle. So like so we got the South Pole around the outside. You might ask, why don't we see the South Pole then? Why don't we see the North Pole? Because they don't allow the flight routes. They only allow for flight routes that actually what's the word? They avoid the South Pole and the North Pole. It's like also like kind of making it look like it's a ball or something. Like, it's crazy. Like, you can look online. There are videos you can search, like flight routes for flat Earth. You can look up. Oh, it'll come to me in a bit. Yeah, it'll come to me. But you can look up flight routes on the flat Earth, and there should be some guys on there talking about it. It's so funny. It's the craziest thing. Like, yeah. So this is looking side on, but this is south. We got the north in the center, and we got our level water. Here we go. And yeah, so we got, maybe I should draw that bigger. It's alright. It's okay. Yeah. And yeah, so that's we're looking at from a side on view, and so would have all the lands coming around like this. I don't have a photography memory, so I can't draw the Earth exactly, but yeah, I just kind of do some scribbles for now, and it just makes that representation of what I'm trying to talk about. Water always tries to find its level. If it's finding its level, Yeah, so if it's not found its level, yeah, then it's always trying to find its level, and then once it's found it, it finds its equilibrium, and it settles and it gets that level, because it's in between a solid and a gas. It's just like in between. It's got the solid has got all the particles really tightly packed. You see that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so they're really tightly packed solids. A solid, it'll drop, and it won't dissipate. It won't move out, because the particles are really tightly packed together. The density of it is all there. But then we got we'll do maybe one of these whiteboard sessions with Lou. You know what we do. Yeah, bruv. Muddo. Fuck the system, man. They ain't teaching us knowledge. What are we gonna do? Have to talk about it. That's what we have to do. And so, like, see, that's solid. This, I'll come on to this later, because it has things to do with gravity and all that hoax. So I'll get onto that in a bit. Oh my days, my neck's baking. All right, so, and liquid here. And so yeah, water as well is one of the weirdest misunderstood substances on Earth. It's crazy, you know, because it can be a solid, it can be a liquid, and a gas, and it does all kinds of weird things. You know, it can move like it moves in irregular ways, and yeah. And the liquid isn't so very packed. It's more, isn't so packed, but it's more scattered. It's not. It doesn't have much of a structure as a solid does. But then when we're moving on to gas, it's even less packed, and there's even less particles. So it will float. Yeah, so I'll move on to the gravity hoax in a bit, but yeah, so this is how we would see water anywhere. If we put it into a container, or if we into any container. But when we're talking about water in a ball, we don't ever see that. Even when we spin water, spin a ball with water on it, it flies off. It's impossible for it to stay. It just completely it destroys the science of this ball Earth. So saying it's on an axis, right? And so we'll maybe put some earthy bullshit around here. I don't know what kind of continents these are. And so if you look up the how does gravity pull water to the ball, and they'll say, you know, that gravity, it actually holds it to it. It's so strong it can hold water to a ball, but not strong enough to pull the birds or me down in my canoe, or or the bees and the birds, and it's that strong, but it can't pull the bees and the birds down. Keeps me to the floor, but not the bees and the birds, and then helium and all these things. Like, it's lies. It's straight up lies to enslave our mind. To enslave our mind, because if this was so true, you know, no one could ever go anywhere. And they put it into our minds and our subconsciouses to make us think that everything is limited. Everything is like, you know, global warming and all these things. Like everything's limited. The earth's dying. Like, it's a lie to keep you enslaved, to keep your mind enslaved. When we're thinking in terms of a plane, like I'm gonna turn this on, see if that's any. That is a bit better. Yeah. Oh, cool. Have a drink. Yeah, bro. It's to enslave your mind. It's ball earth. So where are you gonna go? You know, like, you need to build a rocket ship. Like, who knows fucking rocket science, man? Like, no one knows rocket science. Like, but you know, when we're thinking in terms of a plane, well, so as soon as I say flat Earth, people start thinking it's flying out in space, and it's the only flat plane out in space, and all the other ones are balls. So as soon as you get to the edge, you're gonna fall off. But what if we're thinking in terms of like it being a podium, or like this, and maybe we're at the top or the middle one, and if you fell off, then you would just be on another podium. Or, you know, we could be thinking in terms of, so we know it's a plane by what we're looking at in nature. But so if it is a plane, then it just goes on. You know, that is the universe. It's the unified verse. It just keeps going on and on and on. We're connected like trees. Even like, you know, the forest. Just going into a forest and having a walk. You can expand your mind and realize that the forest is the universe. You're walking in your own universe. I can't get into your mind, but I know that everyone is living their own reality. They're living their own kind of, they're creating their own, I like to say word, not world, because the spinning ball ain't whirling around all crazy, man. It's not what nature shows us at all. I've got a compass here too, so compasses always need to be sitting flat, and a Stone Island badge, because that should be sitting flat, not on the shoulder. Ironically, the Stony sits vertically. Bam! Sit that down. Yeah. Get your copper bottles. Get your copper bottles. It's good for everything, man. Don't be drinking out of plastic. You become plastic. Brain become plastic. Drink out of natural things. So I'll put that on the ground. That's recharging. That's recharging from the earth. We'll think of in natural ways. We're going to think in natural ways from now on. This is how the humans of Earth has got to start teaching. And because the system ain't going to teach us nothing. You know, we're going into schools and we're getting taught all these things that don't mean anything for real life when you come out. And because your kid gets killed in these prison schools, ready for either gang banging and slanging, or working in a corporate job and just killing yourself off. It's it's what they designed to really trap us. They shake the ant jar and fuck off, and then they just leave us here with fuck all. Like they're pushing vaccines and they're pushing all these pharmaceuticals just to make us sick, to come back for more. And it's not natural. It's not the way of energy. Like Nikola Tesla said, if you look to what he's saying, he's saying, if you want to overstand what's around you and the universe around you, the unified verse around you, the plane, think in terms of energy, think in terms of electricity, and yeah, he was a vegan too. Yeah, man. Right. I kind of keep going off a little bit, but it doesn't matter, man. I know man, I was on YouTube, want a straight up answer right here, right now, but I just like to express myself. So you're gonna get the loo. Anyhow, we're gonna carry on. And so if it was spinning around on this crazy fast ball, you not think we're gonna feel that? You know, everyone says, nah, you won't feel it because it's big and you just don't feel it. Have you ever been on one of them spinny motherfuckers at the what's it, at the fairground? You feel that you're stuck to it. Like that's how they say ball. The ball, the water sticks to the ball as well. But it's a lie, because all the water will be coming out here like this. It'll be all coming and going like some Saturn type of thing, like all out here, like type of craziness. It's all lies, you know. And also this is write this stuff down as well. You know, you might think I'm stupid or crazy. I don't give a fuck, man. You know, because governments are out there trying to enslave our minds, and I'm not going to sit here and just oh well, you know, I'm just going to leave it and not care, you know, because I'm looking at nature, I'm seeing what nature's telling me. I'm going to tell you about it, because what they teach us in school is not nature. It's not the natural way of what we see. It's not natural. It's not natural to what we're living. They're telling us we're living on a ball. How? Where? How do you know this knowledge? Where have you got it from? You got it from a book in school. You got it from the TV programs while you're eating the Cheerios. You got it from, you know, all the mainstream media. And it's created a big puzzle in your head and solidified with epoxy, and it's fucking there, and it's a wedge in your mind, because as soon as someone says flat earth, it makes a regiment and it cracks and a little bit goes, and it fucking twitches you up like a bit fucking. It's the cognitive dissonance that won't allow you to because the barrier that you've put up to everything conscious and free thinking is there. It's been very solidified by the circuit board system and the archons and all of the governments and all them elites. They purposely put this in place. John D. Rockefeller and all these fucking all these archons, yeah, that put it in place. And when I say archons, I mean like they've been taken over by something that's I want to say evil, yeah. And evil means live, but we'll say evil for now, like, yeah. Okay, yeah, so yeah, we'll carry on. Yeah, they're saying that water sticks to this thing. Well, guess what? Water is diamagnetic, and it's very weak diamagnetic. They're saying water's getting pulled to the ball by gravity. That's quite like saying magnetism. That's just what they're saying, but they're saying gravity. It's a lie, because you know water is diamagnetic. Look at what water is. Look at how, you know, it's a very weak. It gets repelled. Water gets repelled by a magnet. So, and it can possibly stick to the ball. Get the look in my book. Right. Yeah, man. It's all a big lie, because when I mention this to people, or humans, words are spells, by the way. I'm trying my hardest to even like reword my words. If I catch myself saying like people or something, I'd like to change it to humans, because it's like humanin, and yeah, or overstand. That's something, you know. I you know, so like everyone's got their own programming that we're just trying to it's like reprogramming your mind. So we're programmed by the system, but then the awakened souls that have come out of this, they're realizing, shit, I'm really fucked up from this, like, and we're just reprogramming our minds with the right spelling, overstanding rather than understanding. I'm overstanding stuff, not understanding. That's what we're saying. When the policeman says, "Do you understand?" Nah, man, I don't understand shit. Overstand all of that. Yeah. So yeah, today is really mainly how is water level. I couldn't find a solidified definition of why water is level anywhere online. I couldn't see anywhere, and there's a reason for that, for many reasons, you know. They're pushing the ball earth, and they don't want you to know that water does sit level. If it's I'll get this this little saying I made up. So water always tries to find its level. If it's not level, then it's finding it. That's the one. Yeah, it's going downstream to find the pool and find its level. So yeah, and so I don't know what to rub out here. I'll rub out that little middle bit. So it'll be a too big a video for me to do like the whole of every proof, but I'll just do like level water today, and yeah, I'll do more as they come, and possibly my video will get censored or something, but you know, gotta teach the youth, man. It's the right way. Also, coming off with this as well, NASA and Nasha and NASA. So NASA means to lift up, and it's like kind of a good word. But and nasha means to be deceived, and that's in Hebrew. So yeah, nasha means to be deceived. It only takes a lisp in your voice, or slight. If I said nasha, it's on that same. It sounds the same, but they can get away with it. They're. Well, I don't know. I don't think they will. Like, but I mean, they try to do this. The Freemasons, this corrupt Freemasonry, corrupt Freemasonry and the elites. They try to put things in place so karma can't get them. But yeah, so nasha, you have to look these things up. Nasha means to beguile, to deceive. There we go. Yeah. So we'll check the book. Oh, right, we're going in 40 minutes. Okay. Oh, another great one. See, another thing I want to say is that when I start, I'm saying all these points to people, and I'm speaking facts here. This is pure knowledge. Yet no one wants to listen. No one wants to care. No one wants to get it or overstand. They just want to come straight away in because they already feel offended. They already feel attacked by me saying these things, because they've built up this wall. They've built up the solidified epoxy of the jigsaw that the system has made. They made it for all of us. Some of us have got out, which is good. Yeah. But yeah, and you'll find that you'll come across that, and it's like that Mr. Smith moment. Bam, you're faced with Mr. Smith from the Matrix, and it's real, even though he looks like your friend, your I don't know, a close relative, or just anybody. It's Mr. Smith, and now you're facing Mr. Smith. You gotta know that he's not speaking the truth. He's not speaking what natural nature is telling us. And that's important, because even the oldest cultures, they knew they'll move in 20-ton mega bricks, no wobbly measurements. Research Mr. Traumatik on YouTube. Big up Mr. Traumatik. Big up D Murphy 25, ODDTV, Eric Dubay. Big up all of them, and LUKAS Lion, and all of them, and Guydence. Big up Guydence too, my guy. Yeah. My phone's dying, man. Okay. Right. That's a bit better. Cool. Got Bob in the background. Yeet! So yeah, that's the, your average bloke just doesn't want to know, and yeah, Mr. Smith comes out. Yeah. I was gonna say corpuscular rays. Do you know about corpuscular rays? Right. See, I might make this bigger. Bigger ting. Ting fatal. So we've got the firmament here. You can look up that too. When what's his name? The Elon Musk tried shooting up rockets, and I was like, "Ooh, shooting up a rocket!" Oh, and then and you see this ripple, and you see this crazy ass ripple, man. What's that, bruv? It should be still on there, and should be able to search that up. It's amazing. Like, I mean, it's not amazing, but it's pretty cool. Like seeing it, and like what he's trying to do is just crazy stupid. Like it's just mad. Like it's just indoctrination. Like, yeah. Telling people, you know, you can go up into space, but whatever goes up always comes down. Like, when you really research into this stuff, you'll see we never went to the moon. It was all a staged thing. They took our money. They staged the moon landing, all to enslave our minds, just so they can keep us trapped in this idea that there's nowhere to go, resources are running out, there's no land, you know, like, and they're not teaching us anything. That gets swept under the rug too. Like, you know, they're not teaching us anything in school. It's important, you know, because I say this to people, and they don't give a fuck, you know, like, it completely goes over their head. And then they go straight on to, nah, but, you know, do you not know science? Like, have you not looked into all the things NASA are saying, and all the things? It's not even real science, Louis. Like, bruv, it's not nature, bruv. It's not what we're getting shown in real life. Like, how water actually sits, how it moves, what's the macrocosm and the microcosm, and all these things. But I'll show you corpuscular rays. Oh, yeah. So I'll do this one smaller. Do the bullshit smaller. So if we got like some clouds coming through here, and we got clouds around here, and we got the sun over here, moon over here. Corpuscular rays move in angles. That's how we can triangulate the angles up to the sun, and really know the distance. Truth says it's about 3,000 miles up. They're saying it's super far, but I'm going to disprove this to you in a second. So they move in angles. So when we see corpuscular rays, search up corpuscular rays as well, and they're magical, beautiful things of creation. Beautiful, you know, like they're coming down from the clouds, shooting off in all different directions, but it's local, because, you know, like, it's not happening where you are, where you're seeing it from. It's happening where you're seeing it, and that's really important. So all these rays are coming down just in this spot. It might just be in a little spot, you know. They're coming down in a little spot just out at sea, maybe when the sun's going down. We've got a little, that's our ball Earth. This is our sun. This is what they're saying about ball Earth. So the sun's rays, if this was true, the sun's rays would be shining on half this ball. Like, bam, bam. Shine on a half of the ball. Corpuscular rays wouldn't be possible. in one place. I mean, corpuscular rays will be everywhere. If you know if the chemtrails weren't all covering the sky, but yeah, and when you know like when we see like the sun going past all the time, the stars wouldn't be the same every year, year in year out. The sun wouldn't align with the Stonehenge, and it just wouldn't be possible. This is it's the natural way. It's and if you don't know what I mean by this, by like it half being on the ball, it's like the light would all be facing, because the sun's apparently bigger, and and so it'll be all the light would just hit half the earth. So we would see we would see this, we'd just see everywhere light rays coming down. Like yeah. Yeah. So you can look at most like anything in nature, and you'll see it has that. It's like, look at corpuscular rays. You're seeing like, oh mad, like it's triangulating. It wouldn't be even triangulating if it wouldn't be going in triangle. It wouldn't be going in a triangle if it was like this. It would just be going straight down, or like, yeah, it's crazy. Right, so we're still yet to do the test later. Also, science, or ball earth science, you can't test it. You can't physically do a test for the ball earth. There's no test anywhere you can do that proves it. You can do many tests for the flat earth. You could do what I'm gonna do for you later, which is a cool little test, and that's it's perfect. It's a perfect one to show the macrocosm, the microcosm, and the macrocosm. No one can say it's a lie, because if it's level in my bathtub, how is it not level in the pond? How is it not level in the lake? But then it's not level in the oceans. Oh, it's suddenly just not level, but level on all these, like, oh, it's slowly like becoming curved. It's not, man. Like, you think you can get a really good camera, Nikon P1000 or P900, amazing camera, and you can zoom, you can watch the ship. You're thinking it's going out to sea, and it you think it goes over the horizon, and you can't see it anymore, and it was like, see, it's the ball, told ya. I'll get my camera out, bop, bring it back into view. You probably go, you kind of like sweep under the rug a bit, like it means nothing, man. It means everything. It's so important, like, and you just keep bringing that back into view. Same with the sun. Same. It's the same thing. You bring it back into view, and you can do tests like these, and they're real tests. Like, yeah, man. What was I gonna down? Ooh. Let's see. So yeah, I think I talked about gravity a bit, but I'll touch up a bit on it because it relates to how the Earth is level, the water's level. So maybe I'll put the yin and yang up in the corner so you can just see that. Yin and yang. I rep that all day, every day, bruv. Yeah, all day, every day. There's a lot that's within the yin yang symbol. And so yeah, I did touch on a little bit of gravity, but so they're saying everything's getting pulled in. You know, like it's strong enough to pull in all the oceans of Earth and hold me on the ground. Why isn't it pulling all these smaller things? And why can helium just go straight up? If you mix helium and air together, it just stays. It doesn't go up or down. It just stays completely there. Yeah, man. Crazy. Yeah, yet again, it's water's diamagnetic, and it's a weak diamagnetic as well. It's not even magnetic. Yeah, so gravity is a big lie. You know, everyone has this they put everything on gravity. Like, oh, it's gravity. Yeah, it's just all gravity. It's relative density. This falls because it has a higher density than the air surrounding it. I get helium, it rises because it has a less density than the air around it. So, you know, I'm floating in water because I've got a lot of air in me. And so water's denser around me. But so I'm floating. Just a little bit, you know, like sometimes you're slightly just about to sink, but you just keep paddling. Yeah, you got air inside you and you float. Just like ships, you know, ships keep air inside them and they float. So it has a less volume and it floats. Yeah. And let's see again. Good, I wrote all this stuff down, man, because I forget. So yeah. See, oh, okay, I'll draw this. So natural way of water. Let's see. Draw 3 containers, and we're gonna put level water. Tick that. You can see that always happens within any container. You move a glass around and the water is always finding its level. And on this curve. Ooh, babe. Vamos! That can work. Yeah, we'll tick that one. Yeah. But then we go to this one. When do we ever see this happening? When do we ever see this sticking like this around this curve? Put an X on this one. And I know, there's people out there, humans out there. I should maybe say people because you know they're the humans without hue, so they're like carnivores, you know. So you thinking in terms of hue, whatever people putting up that wall. Nah, 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 nah. And why is it nah? How can you not see that in everything? It's what we've been fed over time. Cognitive dissonance kicks in. The brain won't allow it to come in. Physically, mentally, it won't allow it to come in. It's a blockage in your brain, like mucoid plaque, like gutters, like a blockage. But it's there. The actual truth is within you, and even though if you can't feel what I just said, it's really there. And to be inspired is just to it's allowing your ego to experience being a fool, being in humility. And you might think that's really weak. That's really like, nah, man, what? Like being like my ego and myself getting putting that I'm strong, like, but getting putting that is gonna make you strong. You know, like that's what this system's made out to put us in. Is a mindset where we ourselves won't even allow ourselves to move on and put ourselves in some humiliating situation, because only through humility will be inspired and rise above what we've been grown on. Everyone's looking for that high, the inspiration. Some give up, some just don't care, but it's there. It is there in us. It's in everyone. Everyone wants to find that thing that just ignites them and just like, what? Crazy, like, just like, it's there. And yeah. Yeah, so tick, tick, we don't see that. Wrong. Okay, move on to the next thing. Going for like an hour now. Fuck it, doesn't matter. Yeah. So water's, so when you see water moving about, it's trying to find that level again. So you see, you might slap water and it goes and does this kind of like back and forth, and then slowly it just finds that level. Finds its equilibrium. It finds its, because it's relative. It's relative density. We'll break the words down. It's relative density. It's relative to each side. It relates. Relative relates. So this side here, we've got this side here relates to this side. When this side moves, this side will eventually move, and then this side and this side and this, until it finds its that's its level. Yeah. And it's the liquid is that in between. It's the equal sort of one. Water's the weirdest substance, honestly. Craziness. Yeah, but you can't find anything online about why is water level. It's just, it just all says different things, and nowhere you'll find it saying something real, something you can actually think like, damn, that makes sense. Like, how can water sit level on a massive ball? It can't. It can't. You know, like, So it's relative from end to end, all area and sides. Break the words, it's easier to understand. Yeah, so relative means to relate in the same way, just like being on the same level. Yeah, so they relate because they're one of the same. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've touched on everything, but yeah, that's the whole point of the channel. It's not meant to be perfect. I was on a whole procrastination earlier about doing this, but yeah, I've spoke about it now and it feels good. Yeah, you can see all that on the screen. Yeah, let me colour that in yellow. Yeah, you can't really see the yellow, but this is all that. They say this thing is like thousands and thousands, like 300,000 miles away, or I don't know how. I can't remember the bullshit, but they say it's really far, really far. Yeah, I've kind of done it a bit closer, but you get the idea. Yeah. So and magnets as well. See, like I'll draw this one out. This one will blow your mind. This one will blow your mind, man. All right, so we're going on to magnets. How do magnets work? Magnets work in linear action, like this. If a magnet is pointing, it's pointing. Like when you point, you're pointing straight, right? So you know, everyone's feeling rubbish because we're purposely put in these low states of minds on purpose, just so we can't find the connection to everything that unites us, and that's, you know, it's ball earth put in place. You know, everyone, I've had so many people tell me, you know, like flat earth means nothing, you know, there's nothing to it, you know, like, you know, there's nothing that, you know, doesn't make sense, you know, like there's no reason why it would be flat, or that why the government would even make it a ball. Like there's so much to it. There's so much. It's not just flat earth, because when you start looking at flat earth, you're starting to get into things like Tartaria and giants, and you're opening the world of fantasy. Pretty much you're opening the world that we haven't been shown on purpose, the world of creation, and it's purposely kept from us, because if we knew all these things, then we would know how to harness free energy from the ether using copper and mercury, red mercury, and building these sacred geometry towers, and people will be doing it. You know, humans will be doing it, and you can see like old remnants of the old world, like Tartarian buildings. Search that up too. Search up Mind Unveiled. He's great. Big up Mind Unveiled. He does a lot of good videos on Tartaria, old world, mud floods. Yeah. I was going to show you something. So magnets in their natural. I've got a magnet. Hold up. Hello. Yes then, free thinking conscious humans. Got the magnets. I didn't want to get the neodymium. I think that's what they're called, the neodymium ones. I've got some of them. They're too strong. These ones are a bit weaker. But yeah, I just want to bring them out and just show you, like, just so you can see yourself. Magnets work in a linear action. They don't work in curving actions. You know, they're saying there's a pole and the pole's tilted. Pole's tilted and it's working like this. It's working like this. If I've got a flat compass, how is it pointing to where's it pointing to? If it's on a ball, compasses need to be sit flat anyway. You know, like my compass here is sitting flat. Oh, see, look, I've got the magnet there. It's turning it. Yeah. So you see, can I turn this around? Yeah, I gotta take this off. Yeah. See my compass? I'll put it properly flat on the table. Yeah. See, it's pointing north, and that one's pointing south. Yeah, south, north. Just the way we put the stone island. Yeah. So I know in the future, lads are gonna get off their stony and put it on the table. This is how the Earth works. This is how magnets work. This is what it is, and it actually means stone island. Stone is land. Ironically, the stony sits vertically. I put that in one of my songs, and you can go look at that as well. It's one of my favorite songs. It's Navigation. Yeah, so this the compass is electromagnetically charged, so most are actually manufactured that way, but you can modern stone that is a naturally electromagnetically charged, and it yeah, you can put that on a point and it will point to the north, as in pointing. It's that simple. People want to make it too complicated. Can that be okay? I'll put them side by side next to each other. So yeah, look at corpuscular rays. They go off in angles. This shows that the sun is local. It's close. It's not far away. And what was I doing there? Putting that in. So if I got so we got the north pole in the center, and I mean center as in it's in the center, right? Just like a clock, just like when you look at the monad and Gnosticism, Gnostic knowledge. It's like the monad. It's like center. North. We've got south poles here. South pole. We're not allowed here. This is all governments create a UN treaty. You can search this one up too. I don't know if it'll come up really, but you can search it up. Most things are censored. You know, like try and search up a flat Earth, a real video on flat Earth. It won't come up. This is what I say. I put forward the humans to search up, so you got that, because a lot is censored. You can't easily just search up, oh, the videos of NASA going to the moon, easy, bang. It's not, you can't even look at that. They deleted all of that. And they even said, like, this NASA guy said, well, we can't go back to the moon because we lost all that knowledge. Like, bruv, like, so if I'm putting like, I've got a compass here. It's enlarged. Yeah, so you can see that. Make it a little bit more. And that compass is going to point towards the south. So even like that. You know, like if I've got a compass here, it's gonna point. It's gonna point here. Point here. It's like you see on your clock. But it's gonna point to the center. And you have to have your compass sitting flat too to work. Yeah. Like what if I've got a compass on this ball earth? How is it even meant to work with all this? See, working like that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because it's not actually pointing to a magnet. The magnet is in the center, the core. They always say it's gravity, right? Like, they say a lot about gravity, but a lot of what they say ain't even fucking true. Like, a lot of it doesn't even make sense. Everyone's got their kids in school, they're getting indoctrinated, and they're coming out, and then it's the new generation of kids who mind numb. Their kids killed. They're not even creative anymore. They're busting for the loo, like, oh, just yeah, like, and it's in the center, right? Big core, apparently sitting on a, you know, a tiny thin layer of earth and all on magma. Like, we're just gonna be burnt alive, or we're just here. Like, yeah. So that's how magnets work. They work in linear action. They don't work in a curving action like this. How is that how magnets work in a curving action? You know, I've got my magnet here, right? You can see that. Yeah, it doesn't work in a curving action, right? Yeah. I said that to people too. That goes well over their head. They're like, what do you mean linear action? Like, linear. It works just like this. Yeah. Water always tries to find its level. So through perspective, we can see. We get down there. Yeah, we can. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So if I draw like a little perspective diagram. So with the law of perspective, our vision always vanishes. It vanishes into the vanishing point of perspective, right? So like, they do teach you this in art, how to do perspective, and maybe the only thing truth about like a flat earth in school is like, maybe we could do like doors along here, like it's a corridor or something. We've got little like lights along here, little lights around here, and some doors, the crazy doors into the 13 rooms of death. Yeah. 13 rooms of fucking, no, 12 rooms of bullshit. 13 is the number of freedom at the Matrix. Watch the Matrix again. 13 is the number of freedom. 12 is the number of entrapment and matter. 13 is Christ consciousness. I want to show you a book too. I've got loads of books. Got that one, and so got Eric Dubay's Spiritual Science. You should get that book. It's an amazing book. He does all types of books on flat Earth and all sorts. You know, raising consciousness and this book, Book of Wisdom. This guy's good. Yeah. Harry B. Joseph, Revival of Wisdom. All sorts of wisdom in that. So much. Connects everything. Oh, I just lost my page. Oh well. Yeah, we got everything in here, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. Taurus field. To eat the Taurus field is to eat energy that we so much need. Everyone's eating dead things. Hence the reason everyone's dying and becoming sick. Yeah. Muddle. Yeah, these are two amazing books. Yeah, and I was gonna say, so yeah, again, all Earth's a prison for your mind, right? Yeah. What was I gonna say? So perspective. Yeah, so we can see that with perspective, that we see things like looking like they're going over, but that's like perspective, making it look like that. It's an optical illusion of it, making it look like it's going in a curved way, when you can always bring things back into view. Always. You can do on a table as well. I'll do this test as well. This is a good test. And you put like Legos or like maybe even pens with like the same distance marked on them. So like a little bit something like, just to get an idea, like pens put in a line, and then I get the camera down to that level, and you'll see that maybe I could even my level, I mean the table in the living room is like, it's going in like a board. I'll do it sometime. I'll do it and I'll show you guys. It's crazy. It's cool. But yeah, putting them in the line, and you get the camera down to the level, and you see it actually drops. Like the way, the angle, because maybe even draw it. It's like I had a table here, and then be like a pen here, and then because I'm down to this level, it starts to bring these pens down. Right? It's an optical illusion, right? Yeah, so like going that way, like, right? Yeah, I'll do it sometime, but it's pretty cool. And I say these things to people, and they don't even want to listen. It just completely goes over their head, and you know, they didn't even hear what I just said. Like, that's the weirdest thing. Like, you'll say this truth to people, and this is truth. This is straight up truth. Facts. These are all facts. These are all facts. You can test. They're all testable. You try and test for a baller, but you can't. There's no testable way. And you try and test, but yeah, I say these to people and they don't even want to know. It's just the systems programming, man. The circuit board system. Look at a circuit board and it looks exactly like your city. But us neos were like the greenery growing up from all the cracks in the circuit board and just like going and going. You just can't stop nature, man. It just, it's the mycelium. It's always there. Can't be killed off. This is why we shouldn't be afraid, you know, for all them ones out there that are actually they feel stuck and they feel, you know, like they feel like they're in the system all on their own, and they haven't got anyone out there that feels for them. But I feel for you, and I'm gonna get this knowledge out because I know that it's gonna help the humans, and it's gonna inspire you straight to, like, you know, like this inspiration. You see Shiva with the inspiration right there, ethereal inspiration. Yeah, man. So we're gonna do this test, and I love this test. I'm gonna do this test. We're gonna start wrapping up now. It's like hour and a half. So yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I'm gonna make some more. It's gonna be good, and make a little community or something, just of enlightened souls. I'd like to see what everyone's got to say, and do a bit of kung fu. See what comes up on the comments and that, and yeah. Yeah, so what is that? Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I can't really think of anything else. Yeah. So yeah, I think maybe we'll just, yeah, all right. So we'll do the test, and I'll bring you upstairs, and we'll do this level test. Which battery we got? Okay. Righto. Get my slippers on. See, this is what they don't teach you in the school prison. This is the type of thing they won't ever do, because the system's corrupt, and it's been the same way. John D. Rockefeller designed this system, schooling system of indoctrination, to trap our minds. He said he wanted a nation of workers and slaves, not free thinking humans. He said that, and he was that rich that he could change the system, change the health care system, and practically rule the plane, the earth. That's another thing. Planes fly flat. Truth. Check this out. Right. So, I've got my mum's yoga blocks. They're the same width. They float, so they're floating the same. Yeah. Put them in. There we go. Level. I've checked that this level is level. Oh, I don't want to drop that in. There we go. Set that up. So we're going to put that on there. Put that on there. Okay, that's in the center of that one. the centre of that one. Oh man, my nose is so runny. But yeah, look at this, bruv. Check this out. Level, my guy. Level. Straight up. You see how the water is slightly deeper over here, and then it's slightly shallow. This tub. It kind of has an angle to it, but it just found its level. So there we go. Yeah, this level is actually level. It's not really zooming in that well on the thing, but let me get a side shot in. Oh, maybe do it this side. Yeah, level. And this is what they don't want to teach us. Simple, practical ways of showing ourselves water sits level. And it always finds its level. See that? Bravo. Bravo. Now this is profound. Like you won't find this anywhere on YouTube easily. Like you just don't. Like nobody's doing this. This is the hardest thing to find. You can see that's level. It's all level. Yeah, man. I don't even want to take it off. It's so profound. It's like, yeah, and you can see these are sitting at the right. They're just the same. Oh man, I need toilet. Okay, but yeah, that's it, and that's that. Yeah, so level water.